Hello and welcome. This is Professor Spark, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the requirements of Accounting 101 as well as a few tips and hints to successfully complete the course. Before we begin, I just want to point out that this is an 8-week accelerated online course, so it will go very fast and you do need to have quite a chunk of time to dedicate to the course, and I will share that with you as we go through this video. Alright, so during this video, I'm going to talk about Success, the syllabus, Wiley Plus, as well as Blackboard. A little bit about myself. Again, I am Professor Spark. I have been teaching at Harper since 2017. I am a CPA. I graduated from Northern Illinois University with both an undergrad in accounting as well as an MBA. And prior to teaching full-time here at Harper, I did spend 10 years in the accounting industry. I think accounting is a fabulous degree and career path, and if you are interested at all as you progress through this class, I would welcome you to talk to me about it. I also am the advisor for the accounting club on campus, so you guys will get some invitations to those events, and I would welcome you to come see what accounting is all about. So I imagine a lot of you are here not because you're accounting majors, but some other form of business major. And I will tell you that the reason I'm so passionate about the field of accounting is because it actually touches all of the different areas. So even if you're in sales, there's a certain quota that you're trying to meet, and the accounting department always helps project those numbers as well as reports the final numbers. If you're in marketing, you're going to need to prove why a new marketing scheme would help increase profits, and again, marketing or accounting is involved in that. So accounting accountants really have their foot in all the different doors of the organization. So that's one of the reasons that I feel very strongly about accounting being a good solid major. All right, so let's talk about accounting. You've probably heard some bad things about this class. It's not a very popular course. Students usually say, "Ugh, accounting." But if you approach it the right way, it's actually a great class. And the way that I want you to approach it is treating it like a language. So many people don't like math, and they have this perception that accounting is math, and it's really not. At Harper, we give it a 4-credit hour allocation because we recognize the fact that it is a language. It is one of the toughest business courses, but again, as long as you approach it properly, I don't think that it's too bad. It's not math. What you need to do is practice it like you would a foreign language. So if you were to take Spanish or French, how would you approach that? Well, you'd probably sit around with some flashcards trying to memorize certain words. Take that same approach and apply it here. This course is 8 weeks. It's accelerated. You're going to complete the course in half the time as a traditional course. So you should allocate about 16 to 20 hours of time. Just like any other language course, you're going to have students that just fly through it, and they may be able to complete it in less than 16 hours per week, and others might need that 20 hours or even a little bit more. Now, I will tell you that 16 to 20 hours is not all on coursework. A lot of that is just self-quizzing, so using those flashcards, and those can be broken up in little tiny segments. So bring your stack of flashcards to work with you. On break, spend a few minutes. While you're eating cereal in the morning, spend a few minutes. So the best way to study is to take little chunks of time. And again, if you've got note cards going, that's a really great way to do that. So because it's accelerated and it's a hard course, you need to be motivated and dedicated. You need to be proactive. If you're struggling with something, get help right away. Find a video on YouTube. Figure it out. I'll give you ways to reach out to me. I am here to support you, so let me know. The feedback in this course has been really good because it's a really focused study session, right? It's 8 weeks. You can study. You can really absorb it over the next 8 weeks. So again, treating it like a language, it's all about this working on flashcards, right? Or some other self-quizzing. So that's really what you need to get down is, okay, what's the language? What are the terms? Can I get those down? Then as we add in debits and credits, you need to practice those. All right, so as you get into the course, all of your content is going to be found in this activities bucket. So here's your menu, so under activities, you'll find first a course orientation. You have to open this course orientation and complete the quiz. Once you complete the quiz, you will find all the other material pop up. So take the quiz, and then you'll see chapters 1, 2, and 3, and exam 1. This is unit 1. Once you take exam 1, unit 2 will pop up. If you open chapter 1 or any of the chapters, you will see all the information, including videos, the learning objectives, and then these Wiley Plus. This is your homework. So reading is optional, but I put a link into the ebook for you. Chapter 1, Orion. This is basically a set of flashcard type of questions that you progress through. It's set to have 20 questions, and you only need to pass with 60% to get the full credit. Okay, so it's flashcards. It's a little bit of practice to get you going. You can continue in Orion to practice and study for exams. Hopefully that won't decrease your 60% pass rate. If it does, just shoot me an email and I can go in there and see that you've just been working to give you those full points. So get in there, get the 60%, and again, if you like it, keep working. And then homework is traditional homework. It's just done online. When you go into this online system, I love it for online classes because it'll give you question by question. You can go ahead and access the book or other resources right there in the question. And then if you can check your work to see if you got it right. But once you submit 3 times, you'll actually be able to see the solutions and how to calculate those solutions. So I always tell students, even if you just want that first attempt and you don't want to keep working, just go ahead and submit 3 attempts and then you can see the solutions. And that's question by question. So, if you're getting late on time towards the end, you don't have to, continue through those 3 attempts, but it gives you the opportunity to do so. All right, the syllabus, please take a look at the syllabus. Contact me with any questions. I'm not going to go through the syllabus on this video, but walk through the syllabus, read all the rules. I'm pretty strict on deadlines, and we do not allow exam retakes, those types of things. So that's all in the syllabus. There's no extra credit, but there's a lot of free online or free resources on campus. So all of that's in there. I'll try to remind you of those types of things throughout the course. This is a syllabus, and I just have a screenshot. It does list my office hours if you want to come in and meet with me. It's got your dates, your important dates listed. So make sure that you do print out a copy and take a look through that. Students always want to know, well, what do we have to do in the course, right? So there is 12 chapters of content. Each chapter of content, you're going to do the Orion, which again is kind of like the quizzing, and you only have to get 60% to get the 10 points. And then there's a traditional homework. You will have 1 Excel assignment. This is pretty simple, but we just want to make sure that all business students have touched Excel. So you'll get information on that as we approach. And then 4 exams. And I will tell you, make sure that you get as many points on homework and the Orion as you can, because you'll need that to pad your total points on the exams. And you can always see your grade after every exam. I actually post guidelines so that you can see how you're doing at that point in time. You can also find a calendar both in the syllabus and in the calendar menu. And you can see here, I try to keep it very much a pattern, right? You guys have a lot going on. You don't need to be sitting there saying, oh, what's due what day. So it's very much a pattern. Each week you'll have either 2 chapters or 1 chapter and an exam. So you'll do your chapter 1, chapter 2, so that's Thursday and Monday, and then Thursday and Monday, so chapter 3, and then an exam. So I've tried to structure the exams on Monday, so you have the weekend to get some last minute studying in. But again, I try to keep it in a pattern. This Thursday is your very first assignment. It's due by 11:45 p.m., so get in there and do your reading, your homework, and complete Orion. I would say most students spend an evening, maybe a little bit longer doing their homework. So they'll sit down and chunk the homework. But again, the success of the course isn't based on just getting through that homework. It's that extra studying throughout the week. All right, there are 4 exams. There are 50 multiple choice questions. Each unit covers 3 chapters per exam. The final exam is cumulative, but the course itself is cumulative in nature. So don't panic about that, but just recognize the fact that you can't study and dump. Each exam covers both vocabulary and concepts, as well as financial ratios and application. Those would be like if you were in a math class, right? Computations. But in this class, it'll be journal entries and creating financial statements. The exams are closed book and closed notes. You will be able to use a single function calculator and 2 pages blank scratch paper. And you have 105 minutes to complete these 50 multiple choice questions. Now, exams can be taken at home or in the testing center. If you take the exams at home, you will need a webcam and you'll need a download lockdown browser. So if you're trying to use a work computer, just make sure that you're allowed to download that. The exam is basically videotaped so that we can kind of check the quality, make sure that you're not cheating. So it's a proctored exam. If you don't have a webcam or you don't want to take it at home using a webcam, and I should note that you need to have a quiet space, right? So sometimes students will say, oh, my kids won't leave me alone, so I just choose to go into the testing center. So if you can't find that quiet space or you don't want to use the webcam, you can always go to the testing center on Harper's campus or on another campus that's local to you. Just reach out to me and we'll work out the technicalities there. During the exam, there's no use of textbooks, notes, other class material, and absolutely no cell phones. All right, the textbook. We are using Wiley's Financial Accounting textbook. You can access the ebook and Wiley Plus with a free 2-week trial if you want to try the ebook before buying. And I'll give you those buying options on Blackboard. And then the Wiley Plus homework, again, this is just like a little sample of it, but you can see you can check your work and, it shows up in green if you got it right and red if you got it wrong. So that's a nice feature, and you can check your work as much as possible, but it's once you submit it, you can attempt it 2 more times. So it's 3 attempts. On the 3rd attempt, it will give you access to the solution. And I'm sorry, I guess I do have some purchase options here. So this is in Blackboard as well, but you can buy it online for about $132. And if you want the book, you can pay a little extra. The bookstore has the book, and it gives you access to Wiley Plus, or you can purchase the ebook or downloadable ebook or a binder version. So a lot of different options here. Again, here's your homework, and you can see as you progress through the homework, it's going to give you all the assignments as well as the settings, which show you that you get 3 attempts. If you submit homework late, it's a 50% penalty. I want to keep you on task here because there's just no way to cram for accounting. If you get halfway through the homework and then it becomes a deadline, then, let's say that you had 4 more problems left, those 4 more problems would be docked 50%, not the entire assignment. So keep that in mind as you're scheduling your time to study. So you can do it. This course is definitely doable. You just need that extra study. So I would say, the students that sit down and actually do the work and then do the extra quizzing on top of it, right? So the extra note cards or self-quizzing, that's what helps you pass the course. So make sure you don't miss any assignments because you'll need those points. Allocate some blocks of study time, and again, those can be short. Seek help if you need it, and remember, it's only 8 weeks. So if you have any questions, there's lots of ways to reach me. Email, you can always email me. I check my email twice a day minimum. You can go on discussion board, and there's actually a online office hours, and that gets your question out there to everyone. And if you subscribe, that actually gives you an email when I respond. And then you can stop by during office hours or call, or you can request that I call you at a time that's most convenient to you. And then we also have a tutoring center. All right, so that's a quick overview. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I look forward to the next 8 weeks.